Imagine waking up to what feels like a normal morning until your spouse quietly says, "I want a divorce." In just one sentence, your entire future suddenly feels uncertain. Suddenly, dozens of questions race through your mind. What happens to your home, your money, your children, and everything you've built together? The good news is that divorce follows a legal process. Once you understand the steps, the situation becomes much easier to follow. In this video, we'll walk through the complete divorce process in the United States, from filing the paperwork to the final court order. Keep in mind that every U.S. state has its own divorce laws, so timelines and procedures can vary depending on where you live. For most couples, the journey officially begins when one spouse files a divorce petition with the appropriate court. The petition explains that one spouse wants to legally end the marriage and asks the court to begin the case. After the paperwork is accepted, the court opens the case and assigns it an official case number for future hearings. Next, the other spouse must be formally notified. This step is called serving the divorce paper, and it is required by law. Once the papers are delivered, the legal process officially moves forward, whether both spouses agree or not. In the next section, we'll see what happens after the response. After receiving the paper, the responding spouse has a limited time to file an official response with the court. Most states give a deadline to respond. Missing it can seriously affect the outcome of the case. If both spouses agree on every major issue, the divorce process becomes much faster and simpler. This is called an uncontested divorce because both spouses have reached an agreement. But if they disagree about property, children, or finances, the case becomes contested. A contested divorce usually takes longer and often involves lawyers, negotiations, and sometimes court hearings. Many courts encourage mediation before scheduling a full trial to help both sides reach a solution. Mediation is usually faster, less stressful, and often much less expensive than going to trial. If mediation fails, the divorce moves forward and a judge will make the final decisions. In the next chapter, we'll explore how courts divide property, debts, and financial responsibilities during a divorce. One of the biggest questions in any divorce is simple: who gets what after the marriage officially ends? The court first identifies everything the couple owns together before deciding how those assets should be divided. Typical marital assets include homes, vehicles, savings accounts, retirement funds, and valuable personal property. Some property may remain separate if it belonged to one spouse before the marriage or qualifies under state law. The rules for dividing property are not exactly the same in every U.S. state. Courts also review debts, including mortgages, loans, credit cards, and other shared financial obligations. Every financial decision can affect both spouses long after the divorce is finalized. That's why financial documents must be complete, accurate, and honestly disclosed during the process. Once the finances are reviewed, the court can move toward a fair legal resolution for both sides. But when children are involved, the next decisions become even more important. Let's look at child custody and support. When children are involved, the court's highest priority is always the child's best interests. The judge carefully reviews each parent's ability to provide a safe, stable, and supportive home. Custody isn't about choosing a favorite parent. It's about protecting the child's well-being. Some families share parenting responsibilities, while others follow a different court-approved arrangement. Clear parenting plans help reduce conflict and create stability for children after divorce. The court may also decide child support to help cover everyday expenses and future needs. Support payments are generally intended to help provide for the child's daily care and development. Every family's situation is different, so court decisions depend on the specific facts of each case. Once custody and support issues are resolved, the divorce process moves closer to completion. Next, we'll explore mediation, settlement, and how many couples avoid a courtroom trial altogether. Not every divorce ends in a courtroom. Many couples choose mediation first. A neutral mediator helps both spouses discuss possible solutions together. The mediator doesn't decide the case. The final choices belong to the couple. Open communication often saves time, money, and unnecessary stress. Successful mediation can avoid a lengthy and expensive court trial. Both spouses review every detail carefully before signing the final agreement. After signing, the agreement is submitted to the court for approval. The judge checks that the agreement meets legal requirements before approving it. If everything is acceptable, the settlement becomes part of the final divorce order. But if no agreement is reached, the divorce moves to a courtroom trial. When mediation doesn't resolve the dispute, the case may move to a courtroom trial. Each spouse presents evidence and explains their position to the judge through their attorney. Documents, financial records, and other evidence help the court understand the facts of the case. The judge listens carefully before making decisions on the issues that remain unresolved. Depending on the case, the trial may involve property, finances, custody, or support decisions. Some Some trials finish quickly, while more complex cases can require additional hearings. After reviewing the evidence, the judge prepares a final legal decision based on the law. The written court order explains each spouse's legal rights and responsibilities going forward. Once the order takes effect, both spouses are expected to follow its legal requirements. The divorce is nearly complete. Next, we'll explain the final divorce decree and what happens after the case officially ends. After the judge signs the final order, the divorce officially becomes legally effective. This court order legally ends the marriage and outlines each person's responsibilities going forward. Both former spouses receive official copies of the signed court order for their records. The decree may include instructions about property, support, parenting, and other court-approved agreements. Following the court order helps prevent future legal problems and unnecessary disputes. Life after divorce often means creating new routines, new goals, and a fresh beginning. Parents continue working together to support their child's health, education, and well-being. Good communication can make future parenting decisions easier for everyone involved. Understanding the process helps families make informed decisions during a difficult time. You've now seen the complete divorce process. Next, let's quickly review the key steps and final takeaways. In some divorces, one spouse may ask the court for financial support after the marriage ends. This financial assistance is commonly called alimony or spousal support. Courts may consider factors like income, the length of the marriage, and each spouse's circumstances. The goal is to help achieve a fair outcome based on the facts of the individual case. Not every divorce includes spousal support, and the decision depends on the court and applicable law. If support is awarded, the court order explains the amount and payment schedule. Following the order is important to avoid future legal problems or enforcement actions. Life circumstances can change, and some court orders may later be reviewed under the law. Keeping accurate financial records can help if future legal questions arise. Next, we'll explore how life continues after divorce and what happens when circumstances change. After divorce, both people begin building separate lives and adjusting to new daily routines. Parents continue following the court-approved parenting schedule to support their child's routine. Life can change over time, and sometimes existing court orders may need to be reviewed. If circumstances change, a court may review certain orders based on the law and the facts. Keeping accurate financial and legal records can make future reviews much easier. Respecting the court's decisions helps reduce future conflicts and legal complications. Many families successfully create healthy new routines after the legal process is complete. Open communication and planning often make co-parenting smoother for everyone involved. Every family's journey is different, but understanding the process helps people make informed decisions. Next, we'll cover the most common divorce mistakes and how people can avoid unnecessary delays. Many divorces become more difficult because of avoidable mistakes made during the legal process. One common mistake is missing important court deadlines or failing to respond on time. Keeping organized financial and legal records can make the process much smoother. Clear and respectful communication can often reduce unnecessary conflict during the process. Providing complete and accurate information helps the court make informed decisions. Understanding the legal process before making major decisions can prevent unnecessary delays. When children are involved, keeping their well-being at the center of decisions is especially important. Every divorce is different, so outcomes depend on each family's unique situation and the applicable law. Learning the process can help reduce stress and prepare you for each step along the way. Next, we'll summarize the entire divorce process and share the key takeaways you should remember. Let's quickly review the entire divorce process from beginning to end. Everything begins when one spouse files the divorce petition with the court. The other spouse receives legal notice and has time to respond. The court reviews important issues like property, finances, and parenting arrangements. Many couples resolve disagreements through mediation before going to trial. If no agreement is reached, the judge decides the remaining issues. The signed divorce decree officially ends the marriage under the law. Some court orders continue after divorce, especially when children are involved. Following court orders helps avoid future legal problems and unnecessary conflict. Keeping organized records makes future legal matters easier to manage. Every divorce is unique because every family's situation is different. State laws vary, so legal procedures and timelines may not be exactly the same everywhere. Understanding the process helps people make informed decisions during a difficult time. Planning ahead can reduce stress and improve communication throughout the process. Professional legal guidance may be helpful for understanding your specific situation. This video provides general educational information, not individual legal advice. Thanks for watching and learning about the U.S. divorce process with us today. If you found this guide helpful, consider supporting the channel for more educational videos. Share this video with someone who may benefit from understanding the legal process. We'll see you in the next legal guide. Thanks for watching, and take care.